guys, it's Izzy here, and we're going to be doing something kind of different this month, like the hair. Didn't have time to wash my hair last night, thank you Top Gun, so we're wearing the wig, but that is not the point of this video. But I know people are going to be like, did you dye your hair? No, I didn't. I'm never going to do that. We are going to show books in this video, and that is going to be the first thing I show because I know that's probably what the majority of the people are here to see is the books. But I think I'm just going to start doing collective hauls, showing just stuff that I bought in the month. Every other month is when I do my haul videos. So it was my birthday month this month, or it still is. My birthday is on Friday. So I treated myself a lot. We had Christmas in July. I went thrifting and just did a bunch of random stuff. We are going to start with the books. Now, I've been in a huge reading slump because I didn't go in with a set TBR, and if I don't have a set TBR, I don't read. So I wasn't really in a reading mood, so I didn't buy a ton of books, but I will show y'all the books that I got along with Bath & Body Works, LL Bean, Target, Thrifting, Hallmark, Goodwill. We have records. We have everything here today, so let's get into it. We're going to start with Barnes & Noble. So I did get a magazine this month. I had been looking at it at Harris Teeter forever, but they just haven't got this cover of Vanity Fair, and that is Vanity Fair, Star Wars, The Rebellion will be televised. So two of my celebrity crushes, those two right there, were on it. Had to buy it. I obviously watched Obi-Wan this month. I have not seen The Mandalorian, but I love Pedro Pascal and Game of Thrones and the Narcos, so he's a crush. I'm gonna support him, and I will watch the show at some point, but I suck at watching TV, so I just haven't got around to it. But did get a magazine, and then Bella Hadid on the back there. It just got really dark. I don't know why that is, but okay, there we go. So they didn't have either of the books that I wanted this month or that I went there looking for, so they will be featured on a vlog probably next week, so stay tuned for that. Press that subscribe button, you know. So the first one we have is Emma Straub's This Time Tomorrow, which is kind of a speculative fiction book. This is one of my most anticipated books of the year. So, oh, I have my receipt right there. So, what if you could take a vacation to your past? On the eve of her 40th birthday, Alice's life isn't terrible. She likes her job, even if it isn't exactly the one she expected. She's happy with her apartment, her romantic status, and her independence, and she adores her lifelong best friend. But something is missing. Her father, the single parent who raised her, is alien and out of reach. How did they get here so fast? Did she take too much for granted along the way? This is just something that I would love to do. She goes back to 1996 to when I think she was 16. I would love to go back and talk to my 16-year-old self. Extremely insecure, not confident at all. I'm confident now, but I think I looked better then than I look now, except my eyebrows are done now and I know how to do makeup. Maybe. So I just would love to go back and talk to my past self. So I love the idea and concept of this book, and I'm wondering how they're going to do it. Like, how do they go back in time? Next, we have a historical fiction, which y'all know is my favorite genre, which surprisingly I had not heard about this book, and I actually got it a few days before it came out because my Barnes & Noble just already had it out on the shelves, but it is out for like everybody now, and that is The Falcon's Eyes, a novel of Eleanor Buck Twain by Francesca Stanfill. I actually have another book that has the same cover, but you can see the girl's face. I'm actually going to insert a picture of that right here, just because that is like super interesting that it's the same model or whatever, same stock image. So, set in France and England at the end of the 12th century, the moving story of a spirited, questing young woman, Isabel, who defies convention to forge a remarkable life, one profoundly influenced by the fabled queen she idolizes and comes to know, Eleanor Buck Twain. Willful and outspoken 16-year-old Isabel yearns to escape her stifling life in Provençal 12th century France. The bane of her mother's existence, she admires the notorious queen whom most in her circle abhor. Eleanor of Octwain, Isabel's arranged marriage to Gerard, a rich, charismatic lord obsessed with falcons, seems at first to fulfill her longing for adventure, but as Gerard's controlling nature and his consuming desire for a male heir become more apparent, Isabel, in the spirit of her royal heroine, makes bold, often perilous decisions that will affect her fate. So I'm not sure if Isabel's actually a real person, but I love historical fiction that is historical fiction, takes place in, you know, in the past, but isn't about a famous person or a well-known figure. One of my friends brought that up the other day and I was like, whoa, that's super interesting. Definitely gonna look more into it. So I think this book may fulfill that kind of fantasy. I did get a romance book. Again, this wasn't the one that I had set out for, but it's the one that I found, and that is Very Sincerely Yours by Carrie Winfrey, a charming and heartwarming new romantic comedy by the acclaimed author of Waiting for Tom Hanks by Carrie Winfrey. So Teddy Phillips never thought she would still be spending every day surrounded by toys at almost 30 years old, but working at a vintage toy store, oh my gosh, that'd be amazing. But it's pretty much all she has going on in her life after being unceremoniously dumped by her longtime boyfriend. The one joy that she has kept is her not so guilty pleasure, Everett's Place, a local children's show hosted by Everett St. James, a man whom Teddy finds very soothing and okay, cute. Soothing's a weird word to use to describe somebody, and I've never seen it used to describe a man. I only ever hear like somebody has a soothing voice. I've never seen somebody described as a soothing person, so should be interesting to see how he is as a person, to see what a soothing person is. Then the guy working, he always tries to get me to get their monthly picks, so I was like, okay, I'll get it this month. And the author is actually a local author, and I didn't get this for 50% off, but I could have if I wanted to. But The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston. So romance is dead, but this isn't what she had in mind. Florence Day is the ghostwriter for one of the most prolific romance authors in the industry, and she has a problem. After a terrible breakup, she no longer believes in love. It's as good as dead. So she probably finds love again, watch it be with the author of the book. But yeah, so this is a local author, so that's really awesome, and one I probably wouldn't have known about if the guy at the bookstore didn't recommend it to me, so thanks to him. Then he actually tried to get me to buy this book last month, but I already had a handful of books and was like, maybe later, and I'm glad that I didn't buy it because it actually came in the unplugged book box for June, and that is Her Majesty's Royal Coven by Juno Dawson. So if you look hard enough at old photographs, we're there in the background. Healers in the trenches, suffragettes, Bletchley Park oracles, land girls, and resistant fighters. Why is it we help in times of crisis? We have a gift. We are stronger than mundanes, plain and simple. Love that. And this is about like during Queen Elizabeth I's reign, and again, these are like not the queen herself but other people, but during that time period. This is one that I found on Amazon. I was just looking for books about people, historical figures, and I found this trilogy on they're all on different Tudor men. And men are, it's so hard for me to find books on men in history. I don't know why. You would think it would be the opposite, but they're all on the women in this time period, like the Alison Weir, Philippa Gregory books. But this one is on Owen Tudor, book 1 of the Tudor trilogy by Tony Riches. So England, 1422, Owen Tudor, a Welsh servant, waits in Windsor Castle to meet his new mistress, the beautiful, lonely Queen Catherine of Valois, widow of warrior King Henry V. So if you saw The King on Netflix, you might want to pick this up. Her son is crowned King of England and France, and while the country simmers on the brink of civil war, they fall in love. It means risking Owen's life and Queen Catherine's reputation, but they found the dynasty which changes British history, the Tudors. So she is obviously a queen, and then he is very less, like he is just working at the castle, and they fell in love. Gave us a great dynasty that changed history quite a bit. Now we have my book of the month pick. So I got 3 this month because I did get a free book because it is my birthday month and, you know, they love me. So my pick, I wasn't a huge fan of any of the choices this month, so I went with Firstborn by Will Dean, which is a thriller. So The last thing a twin expects is to be alone. So her identical twin Katie is her exact opposite, gregarious and spontaneous. They used to be inseparable until Katie moved to New York a year ago. Molly still speaks to her daily without fail, but then one of them suddenly dies, and yeah, they have to find out how that twin died. So the other twin like has to cross the ocean and all that. Mystery thriller. And this one was my add-on for the month, and it is The Hotel Nantucket by Ellen Hildebrand. Really love her books. She's an auto-buy author for me, and this is a contemporary fiction with the emotional depth and multiple point of views that characterize Hildebrand's novels, as well as adding a dash of Roaring Twenties history. Ooh, I didn't know about that. The Hotel Nantucket offers something for everyone in this compelling summer drama. Her books are perfect summer reads. I've read them all times of year, but really, really recommend for summertime. The book that was like my birthday gift from Book of the Month is Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmis. This was another one of my most anticipated books of the year. So it is a historical fiction. So like science, though life is unpredictable, which is why a few years later, Elizabeth Zott finds herself not only a single mother, but also a reluctant star of America's most beloved cooking show, Supper at Six. Elizabeth's unusual approach to cooking, combined 1 tablespoon of, okay, can't pronounce that, proves revolutionary. But as her following grows, not everyone is happy, because as it turns out, Elizabeth Zott isn't just teaching women to cook, she's daring them to change the status quo. So this is historical, and she's a scientist and is a feminist, which we can't go wrong with at all. But some people can go wrong with that. But we're not getting into that. No, we're not getting into politics or anything like that. We have our last few now. So the next two, these two were ones I had pre-ordered, completely forgot about, but they got here. So the first one is The Man Who Could Move Clouds by Ingrid Rojas Contreras. So this is a Colombian author, and I'm not sure if this is a memoir or not. It says a memoir, but just listen. For Ingrid Rojas Contreras, magic runs in the family. See, magic. Not sure. Raised amid the political violence of the 1980s and 1990s Colombia, in a house bustling with her mother's fortune-telling clients, she is a hard child to surprise. Her maternal grandfather, Nono, was a renowned comandero, a community healer, gifted with what the family called the secrets. The power to talk to the dead, tell the future, treat the sick, and move the clouds. And as the first woman to inherit the secrets, Rojas Contreras' mother was just as powerful. Mommy delighted in her ability to appear in 2 places at once, and she could cast out even the most persistent spirits with nothing more than a glass of water. But this is the setting that I've been wanting to read from all year, and then how I have been trying to focus on reading books from Latin American authors, which I've kind of forgot about that. I've read from Colombian authors this year and Ecuadorian, so I'm just going down the coast. So is Peru next? Maybe. Definitely I have to look at Book Depository to see if I can find any books by Peruvian authors. If you have recommendations, tell me down below in the comments. Another nonfiction, this is Tanqueray. I don't know how to say it. I don't drink. It's not for me. Don't like alcohol. So, but this is by Stephanie Johnson with Brandon Stanton, author of The Humans of New York. So there she is, and it is about this woman's life. So 1970s New York City, go-go dancers, hustlers, dirty cops, gangsters, and Stephanie Johnson. So y'all might have followed her story on Humans of New York on their Instagram. So she made her own biography because people, or autobiography, because people were just so intrigued by her story. I loved it. It reminded me of like some shows I've watched and fictional books that I've read, so definitely want to hear more of her story here. Then Target finally had a book that I have been wanting, and that is The Dork Diaries by Rachel Renee Russell. This was my favorite book back in 2009, and I never finished the series, so I want to start it over and relive my youth, nostalgia, all of that, 2000s vibes. I mean, this just looks straight up 2000s, and they finally had the first book back in stock, so I am really glad to have found it and go back to this time in my life. Lastly, we had the July pick in the Unplugged book box, and that is The Woman in the Library by Sulari Gentile. I just watched a video without a person's name, so my bad for mispronouncing that. The award-winning author delivers a sharply thrilling read with a woman in the library, an unexpectedly twisty literary adventure that examines the complicated nature of friendship and so shows us words can be the most treacherous weapons of all. Amen to that. But this really reminded me, the plot reminds me of Anxious People, how we have kind of a crime going on and we're going from person to person. So it gave me that kind of vibe. I have no idea where to go next with this haul. So I guess I'm going to go with the records. So I went to Roadrunners Antiques in Conway, South Carolina, which is right near Myrtle Beach. So if you're ever in that area, you should go check them out. So I got 3 records. So I got Tom Jones Live in Las Vegas. I got this for $5. And I vlogged getting these. So that vlog will be out this weekend. So be sure to check that out. But then I got Linda Ronstadt, Simple Dreams, and there's stuff all on it, fuzz, cat hair, that kind of thing. And then and that was for $15, and then this one was for $10, and it is Kim Kern's Mistaken Identity. So those are the records I got. I also went to Goodwill, which that will be featured on the vlog as well. So I got, my dad found this one. It is like where you put a candle, but it's a ghost with a black cat, and this was for 99 cents. Just so cute. Black cats. I will buy anything with black cats. You will see more of that in this video. Next we have this little sign that is perfect for fall. It just says happy happy with a little fox, and it was $2.99. It's originally from Walmart, so maybe they might have something like that this fall season, but I got it at Goodwill. The last piece here, I don't know exactly what it is. Like, there's nothing to hang it on the wall, so I don't know what it is, but it was for $2.99. It's just this little reindeer with a cookie, and he was so cute, and I had to get him. Now we have my big bag of Christmas in July, so yeah, free bag. But I did get some Beanie Babies at the antique store as well. They were $3 each, so we got this dachshund. Her tag was cut off, so don't know her name, sadly. And then we got this baboon. Is that what they're called? I think. But his name is Cheeks, obviously a good name for him. Then this one, Butch, who is like the little target dog. I can't remember what the bull terrier. And then I got this one. This is more of a recent one, a Beanie Boo, and his name is Brutus. And then I got this little guy who his tag was cut off, but they were all $3 each. So let's look at what I got at Hallmark now for Christmas in July. So the bag was for free with my order. So I did get these Halloween lights to probably use for my Halloween village, which will be coming out shortly in like 2 months. I'm super excited. So I get this really big ornament, which is Santa's Workshop Wonders, and it plays music and all of that, so pretty cool there. And then I got this Young Santa ornament. This is the first in the Young Santa series, and it matches the bag. And if you guys would like a link to any of these items, let me know and I will be sure to leave them in a comment for you. And also with these, I did a more in-depth haul on my ASMR channel, so I am going to leave a link to that as well. So this one I got for free, and it is the Rocking Horse Memory Special Edition ornament. So just, I spent so much money, they gave me a free ornament. And then I got this German short-haired pointer, which is the 32nd in the Puppy Love series. Now, I have a Catahoula leopard dog, and they are a rare breed that are pretty much only in the American South, so they did not have an ornament for that, but I did think this German short-haired pointer looks somewhat like my dog Delilah, and this will be her first Christmas. So then I got the Spruced Up Pets. This is a limited edition to 2022. Just thought it was so cute. And then what else do I have in here? This little tiny one, it's a Cozy Little Critters, the 4th in that line. It's a cardinal. I'm just very spiritual about cardinals. Then who else do we have in here? We have the Snow Buddies. I got one of these last year. This is the 25th in the Snow Buddies series. So a snowman with a little narwhal. I can't tell how well that it's focusing because legally blind over here. So then Season's Treatings. This is the 14th in the series. But again, if you would like to see these better, you can check out my ASMR video on it. It is a soft-spoken, so like I'm not whispering. I know some people don't like whispering. Let's go to Target now. All of this came from the Target dollar spot. So we have this little pumpkin that I got for $1. If I see a pumpkin, I will buy it. Like, that is that. Then I got this sign that I knew I was gonna get before I saw it on a YouTube video and was like, I need that. So this was for $3 and it says fall is my favorite. And then I got another little sign that I just saw at the store and was like, yep, I'm gonna get it. And it says autumn leaves and pumpkins, please. And again, this was $3. So fall things, can't wait to put them up. They will, I'll start putting them up on the 1st of September. Then I did get a package from LL Bean, and now I found out that I am not a summer season color analysis. Everybody's saying I'm a spring, and I haven't been more confused in my life. So this actually isn't going to match my skin that great, but still, it is a navy cozy surfer wearable throw because I'm always in blankets. So I figured for this fall season I would get a wearable one that is actually meant to be worn. It has a hood and everything, so this will be perfect. And it was $69 from them, and they have it in multiple colors, but I went navy because I thought I was a summer, but I'm not a summer. Now we have the most exciting part, in my opinion, is the Bath & Body Works. So I got 2 Lakeside Morning wallflower plugs. Are these called the plugs? Wallflowers? I don't know, but they are a fresh and relaxing scent. So these are my August ones. So then I got a shower gel, and I got Cinnamon Donut Swirl, which is sweet cinnamon, brown sugar, and fluffy dough. And I got a spray for the house in Apple Weather. Beautiful, like, watercolor bottle. And then the soap that I got is blackberries and basil, and it is blackberries, sparkling champagne, and basil. Now, I did not mean to buy 2 of these, so I don't know if maybe they came in packs of 2 or if I bought 2 by accident, but I got these little clams. They are candle holders, and they were $24.95. So I'm kind of going with the nautical theme for August, and I got 2 somehow, but I love candles, so I can definitely use them. But the candle that I'm going to be using for like the end of July and early August is iced dragon fruit tea. So pink dragon fruit, green tea, and fresh lemonade. Right there. For the end of August, I'm going to be using champagne, apple, and honey scented candle made with natural essential oils. Right there. And it's crisp apple, sparkling champagne, jasmine, honey, and just ASMR. Now the part that I'm so excited for. This candle holder, it's a black cat. I had to buy it the day it came out because these things sell like hotcakes. So this is just the black cat one because I have a black cat named Fred. Like, I'm even getting out of my seat for this because I am that excited. So I got that one, and then I got one more candle holder, and it's the last thing in this video, and it is a little jack-o'-lantern right there, kind of like a spider. It has 8 little legs, so don't know if it's supposed to be a spider or not, but that's what it looks like. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, comment, rate, and subscribe. So let me know in the comments, would you guys like more collective hauls like this, or would you like me to keep it purely books? But I will see you in the next one. Bye!